keep them in the dark as long as we can, because the longer we keep them in the dark, the less chance it is that they're going to go out and have sex. Wrong. Yeah.
Thanks for not playing
Yeah.
with your full deck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Leave your lack of multicultural awareness at the door. It's time for Carl and Mike.
Welcome, Carl and Mike. I'm Carl.
And I'm Mike.
And this is the podcast where we rant, riff, and rave politics, sex, religion, all those things you're not supposed to talk about. We talk about it right here, don't we, Mike?
Yeah, it's all hidden.
Hidden, yes.
Yeah,
it's in the shadows.
It's in the shadows. We bring it out.
Out of the shadows. So sometimes it's not pretty.
That's right. No, it's not. We put a little dim 40-watt bulb on it and go, hey, look at this.
Yeah. And then we watch what scurries away. You need to shine light. People like to I don't want to think about that. Blinders,
Yeah,
blinders. What is that?
The blinders thing.
You don't want to look at that other stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah, we look at it.
Huh. Yeah, it's weird the way people. If it makes people squirm and makes them uncomfortable, they don't want to talk about it.
Right.
And so they've got sex and politics and religion.
Well, politics, they don't want to hear anybody else. They just did a study recently, and they found out people on the internet are pretty much sticking to what supports their existing belief. Pretty much
the same thing with religion.
In other words, they're
right?
not hearing anything else. And that's the tragedy to me, is because I'll be honest. Sometimes I have certain friends that are in a different politics than me, shall I say. But I'll check out their Facebook page or whatever, and that's where you'll see the Obama's the Kenyan that's going to take all your guns away and is ruining this country. So I'll check it out. I mean, just to see where the thinking is on the other side.
Have you ever gone, where did you get that shit?
Well, they got it from their Facebook friend.
They didn't make it up, huh? Well,
no.
And where did that person get that?
Yeah.
Has anybody ever traced that back? Somewhere there was a room full of people.
I'll tell you where they got it. Yeah, some old guy.
It was a brainstorming session.
No,
don't you think? No.
Do you? No. I think it's the guy who's active old guy active in the Tea Party that just sits there and types that shit out.
Yeah, over and over and over again. The more you see it, the more you believe it. You start to see it in different places.
Yeah, and there's not very many people that create content on Facebook. On the 1% just absorb it, and maybe 1% rise it. See, it's the 1%, Michael.
You're kidding me.
No, when was the last time you wrote an original piece of content put on the internet?
I never have.
You Luddite, you.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're part of the 80, 90%.
Well, I guess you would say this is all.
Absolutely.
This is content.
You're absolutely. This is all content. So
I'm not actually writing. I'm speaking into a recording device.
Yes. That is the recording device. So you are a content generator.
Yes.
See?
I'm feeling very good about myself.
You could take these now and you could pull little segments out if you were so entrepreneurially inclined, and create little memes. You know what a meme is?
No.
So yeah. That's where the Luddite comes back. The meme is a picture with a quote on it, or a words, or that's a meme.
Oh, those things that I get from
things you get from other people.
From other people that have Victorian
they have a little kitty
drawings
on it, and they have some
some
smart ass comment.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Oh, you love it.
No, I do. I like some of that stuff. But I think some of the quotes. What was that? What was the program you were talking about? Spanker or something? What was it?
Spanker?
No, the one you were talking about over at the house the other day. You were talking about where you can take quotes and you can start. It's kind of like audio.
Clamor.
Clamor.
Which you'll be hearing, Carl and Mike, on Clamor. CLAMMR. This is the Instagram of audio.
We will be. We're going to take the most outrageous shit that we say and put it on Clamor.
I'm going to make it a clam.
Yes, we're making it a clam.
Yeah, I think that's what they should call it. Mm-hmm. So yes, check out Clamor. CLAMMR.
Yeah. For those of y'all who can't deal with more than 18 seconds of audio,
it'll be the 18-second version of Carl and Mike.
We're going to meet this need.
We are.
There is a pin-up demand
for 18-second
audios.
Yes.
And we are going to help fulfill that need.
There you are, because we're givers. That's what we do.
with insightful comments and just
Wait, what?
stupid shit. Well, it'll probably be more stupid shit than
We have our moments of thought leadership.
we do.
Absolutely. So what's anything exciting going on in your life?
Anything exciting going on in my life? Now, looking forward to we got a vacation planned for the summer, which
Where?
I'm kind of looking forward. We're going up to Denver to stay with some friends.
You are? Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yep.
Back to Denver? Are we going to
Uh,
have a little Rocky Mountain experience?
Well, in other words, will there be partaking of the herb and you
The
bet
legal
you're-
herb?
Yes, you're
Yes.
at the legal herb. Yes.
Yes. When are you going to
Yes.
go? I need to go up there. I have my
I'm not
niece.
sure, but I want to go on and alert the highway patrol in both states now, all states
Either
in
way.
between. Yeah.
You think they just sit there on the border and just pick people off?
on the way back?
They do?
We are bringing stuff back.
Thank you.
Yes, we are bringing
To the
stuff
starved land of
back.
Texas.
Yes, we are taking orders and
Yes. Well, let me
load up the trunk.
give you mine now.
No, we're going up there. There's we're going to go to. Have you ever seen Red Rocks?
I've heard of it.
The
I have
venue,
my
Red
niece,
Rocks.
Alyssa.
Oh, it's incredible. It's
lives
this
there.
natural amphitheater that's in. It's got red rock walls on both
Do they have
sides
concerts
of it.
inside
Yeah.
this natural
Huh?
amphitheater? Do they have music inside this?
Yes, we're going to go up and see Lyle Lovett and his large band.
Oh,
We
that
haven't
would be
seen
very
him in
fun.
a long time. Oh yeah,
I like Lyle Lovett. He's
Oh, love
quickly
Lyle
good.
Lovett. Yeah.
Yes.
So we're going to go up there and trying to figure out when I've got to be back. That next weekend is the podcast movement weekend, so I'm cutting the
Oh.
vacation. Yeah, short 2 days.
You still
Because,
may be buzzed.
Oh,
in
I'll
time
be.
for the podcast weekend.
Oh, I can bring gummies for the podcast weekend. That would be good. Anyway, so there's that. But then what we're trying to do is figure out what we're going to do on the way up there, where we're going to stop, what route we're going to take, try and do something different.
I want to go up there too. You got to go up to my niece's Alyssa. Works at a Harry's Wine Dive, I think it's called.
In Denver?
Yeah, in the Denver area.
Yeah.
Yes, she's in charge of. She's got the greatest job in the world, I think.
Yeah.
She's trying to be a wine sommelier, whatever you call it.
Oh, yeah. Sommelier.
So she's in charge of the alcohol at the restaurant and the wine.
Is there a French SAT?
French SAT?
French SAT? Is there a French? That would sommelier? Would that be a French SAT?
No, that's a
Or
that's a
they-
$4 word right there.
That's a $4.
$4.50.
It's a foreign word.
Yeah.
You get that here sometimes. Sometimes we'll speak in tongues.
You're speaking Texan. That's foreign enough.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Last time we talked, we were talking about Jeb Bush and the shenanigans that can happen financially on the campaign trail. What
The campaign.
What else have we
trail.
learned about the campaign world?
Well, I'm really interested in the money, following the money.
Yes.
You know, we talked about the sugar daddy billionaires. We talked about you really to open up your campaign, you need to put $5,000 in the bank, and it says $5,000 from somebody that's helping you. Or it's real
You don't
vague.
even have to come in yourself. Somebody else can give it to you.
Well, somebody can give it to you. You can use your own money. It's real vague. So it sounds like you can take $5,000
Right.
and out of one account and just shift it over into another account that says Jeb Bush for president, and all of a sudden that is your seed money. That's
Right.
your seed money that allows you to fill out this other form.
Right. But just because you declare yourself for presidency doesn't get you on the ballots.
Oh no,
How do you get on the?
that's I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. I haven't quite delved into that. I'm more
Because you never see
interested
an individual on the ballot. You always
No.
see a party.
No, because I think a lot of people are probably, and this is, I'm sure,
You probably
gonna
need
come
X
as
amount
a-
of signatures
yeah,
to get on the
I
ballot.
think this is probably going to come as a surprise to some people, but there are folks out there that will actually run for president that have no desire to win. They're just kind of promoting themselves for maybe, say, I don't know, some sort of show on Fox News or.
Are you accusing our brethren, our Republican brethren, of auditioning for Fox News by running
there might
for?
be some people that are
for
doing
running
that,
for
and
president?
there may be some people that are interviewing for MSNBC, and they're all going to get something out of this. I mean, the people on the high ends, the ones with the sugar daddy billionaires, they're going to get something out of this. The sugar daddy billionaires are going to get something out of it too. But now, once you transfer the money over to the bank account over here, you don't have to spend any of it. It's just like taking a dollar bill out of your right pocket, putting it in your left pocket, and saying that left pocket.
Do you ever
is
get
for,
it back?
Sure. At the end of when you disband your campaign, you just close that account.
Do they
shove it
charge
back
you
over
some
onto this.
fees for filling out the forms? There's got to be some fees
I
involved.
haven't seen that they charge any
Really?
fees
It's
yet.
free to
I
run for
think
president?
It may
It's
be.
free?
I haven't seen anything that it says charge fees yet. I'm still digging into it. But yeah, that's the part that I find amazing so far is that the threshold to get into the deal is pretty low. The bar is pretty low, which is the reason you have
Because this
folks
is America.
like Will Eat a Bush. That's the best name so far.
Presidential candidate.
Presidential candidate
Yeah.
Will Eat a Bush. Google that hog, you'll find it. She's got a Facebook site.
Any possible family connection to the
I don't know.
Bushes?
Well, that's why I stopped at Bush. I was thinking, well, maybe Jeb's already snuck in there, or another Bush
Right.
is going in.
The only
No,
Bush you found was Will Eat a Bush.
Will Eat a Bush.
Yeah.
And so there's going to be some other interesting names and stuff in there. And
Mike Huckabee's in there now.
Mike Huckabee's in there, yes. And-
Pastor Mike.
Yeah, and I've been reading a few things about him on the Flipboard thing. There's a whole magazine devoted to Huckabee. So I said, okay, follow. Bank.
Right.
And he's kind of a Southern snake oil salesman.
Yeah. Really is.
He's been selling diabetes. He's got some
some
sort
diabetes cure.
Yeah.
I liked how he spinned it, though.
How do with his he's a big place
He said,
down in
well,
Florida?
if my only fault is that I tried to help people with diabetes.
The
then-
way he spun it, not
Yes.
spend it. Okay,
Did
spun
I
it.
say spinned it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you said spin.
I was trying to be
okay.
clever by a
spin
half.
as in SPIN,
Yeah. Spinned it.
not spend as in I bought that mansion down in
No,
Florida.
no.
Kind of thing.
You know, and he did do that. This was how he spinned the
Okay.
diabetic cure.
Yeah.
Was that if his only crime is trying to help people with with diabetes
Yeah.
not have diabetes anymore,
Yeah.
then he'll take that badge
Yeah,
of honor.
I'm guilty.
Basically. Yeah.
I'm guilty.
No, Huckabee is, I don't know. I think being on Fox News tends to corrode the soul a tad bit. And he's, the first time around, he was kind of flappable and nice and homesy. But,
Not so much now.
well, there's a body of
haven't
work
seen-
now.
yeah,
There's
I
a body
haven't-
of work through the Fox
Yeah.
News thing and his little speaking engagements. And really,
Did somebody record that, Carl?
they did. They keep recording that shit.
What is it about these people
They don't
that
get the
they
camera-
don't
the
get that? They
recordings?
don't get the idea that recordings live on for fucking ever.
They do, really, don't
And
they?
it makes it cheap for the opposition.
Yeah.
Because all you got to do is just reach into the file and go, oh, this is a nice little nugget. Let's run this for a while.
Over and over and over
Yeah,
again.
let's trip his ass up on this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they don't get it. But, the people that are running are really of a vintage. I don't think that they get it.
They really don't.
No.
Stewart, last night, did another piece on Fox because Fox is, trying to say Obama didn't talk about the poor and they're just so blind. Stewart's just like besides himself again to this narrative that they've had all these years about the poor, right? Being, moochers, takers, entitlement, and then trying to say that trying to take a different attitude towards the poor, and so
Yeah.
he just plays the tape.
Well, we talked about that on a couple of episodes ago where people, starting with Reagan and the welfare queen, have done an incredible job of packaging that concept.
Yes.
And this is a room full of people trying to figure out how to do this. What are we going to call it? Somebody in the
Yes.
back goes, I don't know, what about welfare queen? Oh, Bob, that's fabulous. That's it. Let's run with that. So what they basically do is they package this shit just like they package Tide soap and Pepsi, and they have sold it to you over and over and over
Yes.
again.
So the message was the poor are takers,
The poor are takers.
and all they need to do is get off the fucking couch.
Yeah. So instead of saying this one person over here is a taker, they say they all are takers,
Right.
and it bought it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah. And
You
they're
know,
taking your money. They're trying to take your money. And the government, and because it serves the poor, serve the purpose of being the recipients of this bloated government who they're trying to kill.
It's easier to sell that way,
Yes.
and it's easier to believe that way because you don't want to have to sift through all the facts to
But
find
it's,
out.
it's all diversion, man. I mean, the bottom line is, unless they're going to attack military spending, Social Security, or Medicare, it's those three things, baby. PBS ain't shit.
No.
Okay, even the welfare ain't shit.
Yeah.
And chump change in comparison to those three things.
Yeah.
And since they're so pro-military, that takes that off the table. You know, they're afraid to talk Social Security because everybody that follows Fox News is on Social Security.
Oh, the demographics.
So they ain't gonna touch
News
that
is
one,
like,
right? So they have to create fear around minuscule stuff
Yeah. Yeah.
because they're not going to tackle Social Security and they're not going to touch military. And without touching those two,
Yeah.
okay, you got nothing.
Yeah. The whole idea and the way that it's been packaged and continually sold. I mean, how do you undo that? It's like, how do you undo something that people have come to believe that Coca-Cola is a great drink and it's good for me? Or
Right.
not good for me, but I love it.
Right.
How do you undo that? This is the power of marketing, power of
I
advertising.
think Republicans have constantly painted themselves in a further and further corner,
I do believe that. They can't get out of that. They can't.
especially through Fox News.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what's happened is you keep taking it to its extreme. You're at where Glenn Beck is now, and Glenn Beck thinks people are going to try to kill him.
Oh, he thinks.
Like, yeah,
Oh, is that what
Yeah.
his latest deal is?
yeah.
Really?
He's setting himself up for a little Martin Luther King action.
Why would anybody waste
Glenn
an
Beck?
effort and a bullet on that guy?
Well, how
Why
far?
would you?
Well, you have to end up going there, don't you? If you keep going down the road,
Well, you
he's
have to
gone
make
with
yourself a
paranoia and
martyr.
fear.
Yeah, no. I think you do have to make you. You need a martyr, and what better martyr than yourself?
Yeah, but
It's
what
the
would-
sympathy. When you get to the point where you turn yourself into a martyr, you're really playing on just the absolute.
when you live in the world of lies, you're going to go down into some mental health breakdown. You just
Yeah.
are.
I didn't realize he had gone down that far. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I'm not totally up to date on it, but that's the last, like, little whisper that came across.
Yeah.
That he's, yeah, I don't know how far he's gone because I don't watch Glenn Beck. But
Yeah.
you can't even watch him anymore, right? You got to pay to watch him.
Yeah.
Is he pay to play?
I think he may be pay to play. He's got his own network, so he probably is pay to play.
Yeah.
And
So what happens when he's gone up to the cloud in the sky? Then the network goes away?
that Liberty University in the sky? Yeah. Well, he is the network. I mean, the whole thing's based on him. When he left, he started his own deal out there, in the northern provinces of Dallas. Geez, why do they come here?
Glenn Beck lives in northern Dallas?
Oh yeah, he lives out in.
I should go say hi.
No,
Huh?
no.
Give him a little welcome to the
I
neighborhood.
forget
He
what
lives in the
that
neighborhood
area-
now?
No, he lives out in.
Flower Mound, Carrollton, Frisco.
Well, it's out in that area. Yeah, it's out north and
North of
west.
Frisco?
Yeah, north and west. I forget where it is. He was, when he started his own network, he was looking for a building. He was looking for a place to live, and he lives out there, and he does all his production out there. But yeah, something were to happen to him, and we're not hoping that it does, because he's gonna talk about somebody that's constantly stepping on his own dick.
Yeah. So, we had just had that show we talked about on Prosperity Jesus about religion's decline. Mm-hmm. And so now, just ironically, a big report came out
Yeah.
and shown major declines in religion.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
just right on top of the news here at Carl and
Yeah.
Mike.
Why is that happening?
I don't know.
That's happened on a couple, 3 things. I don't understand.
Where we've
that.
talked about it and
Yeah.
then it shows up big
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the world. Because we're on the leading edge, Mike. We're on the pulse of America.
We are thought leaders.
We are thought leaders. So Rush Limbaugh is blaming the less than 1 million gay activists on the decline of religion.
Oh,
Because religion isn't standing up to the gay activists, so people are leaving the church. That's his spin.
You know why they're not standing up to him? Because the gay activist stole a religious symbol from them. And do you know what this religious symbol is? I love
The
this.
rainbow?
This is the rainbow.
How's that a religious
It's-
symbol?
Oh,
I thought that's kind of a Lucky Charms leads to gold
no,
kind of thing.
no. After the flood, this is part of the Bible. After the flood, the whole point of the rainbow is that's God saying He will never flood the earth again. That's what a rainbow is. That's that myth going back to the rainbow. A lot of people don't know that. That's really weird. But the gays have got that dude now, and they ain't giving it up.
I like
The
actually,
rainbow is theirs, dude.
Speaking of Noah, Sarah Silverman has a little.
Sarah
I love Sarah Silverman. Yeah. I'm gonna have to paraphrase this because it's a viral quote that's going on.
Yeah.
Where the throngs of people are making fun of Noah because he's building an ark because of climate change.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So they're using climate change, as a. It really ties in perfectly with the whole Noah story, right?
Yeah.
He's building an ark. He's trying to
Yeah.
prepare for the coming climate apocalypse.
Yeah.
And so they're mocking him. And I thought that was a nice twist because the people that are the mockers right now.
They're mocking Noah?
Yeah, they're mocking climate change.
Oh, mocking
It's
climate
interesting.
change.
The people mocking climate change are the people, that would be against Noah building the ark. Mm-hmm. Isn't that true?
Yeah. There seems to be an incredible disconnect in there somewhere.
There is.
I don't totally get it, but I feel like I'm getting closer to
Yes.
understanding it.
Yes. And then there's the Pope
Love the
converting left and right
Pope.
these days.
Oh, gonna convert
Raul Castro.
Raul Castro.
Come back, my friend. Come back.
Come back to the church.
He's the Pope. He's the most interesting Pope in the world.
Oh, he is. He is. God, I like this
You're
guy.
liking him. You
Oh,
ready to go, Catholic?
No.
Come on back. Come,
No.
come, Michael.
No,
come back.
I have never been Catholic.
You're not a joiner.
No, I'm not a joiner. I will never, ever,
Really?
ever be Catholic. I tell you what, I will join the church when they empty out the basement library and let everybody see what they've got
Put
behind
out the
walls.
secrets. Woo, baby.
Yeah, you complete transparency in the banks and the money and all the extra books for the Bible that didn't quite
Well,
make
first
the
off,
cut.
if they emptied the basement with all the paintings, they would have money for the rest
and
of
if
their
there's
lives.
anything left of the Catholic Church after they do that,
They got their own
I'll join
country.
it. Huh?
They have their own country.
Yeah.
That's power, baby.
Yeah. So they need to have somebody invade their country to get to the basement tapes. Ooh, basement tapes at the Vatican. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, so there's no chance I'm going to do that. But I love this Pope, man. And
Yeah.
he's got to be making some cardinals squirm. He's got to be making some cardinals
Yeah, I'm
squirm.
almost to the point that I'm surprised they haven't tried to splinter off or something and bring back
wouldn't
Benedict
that
and say,
be-
lead us out of this
yeah,
morass.
yeah.
What's Benedict doing these days? He's polishing his shoes.
He's polishing his shoes.
Yeah.
You know.
The red ones.
Or brushing the red velvet. He's got that little special velvet brush that he's, No, so anyway, yeah, he's doing that. What was the other thing? Oh, going to recognize the Palestinians.
The Pope is?
Yes. He's going to recognize the Palestinian state.
As a state?
Yep.
Well, how is it not a state at this point? They're a group, they have land
Yeah, but
mass in the West
they're,
Bank.
they're going to recognize them as a state. They've been trying to get people to recognize them as a state. I think there have probably been a few
What does
people
that do
have
if they recognize it as a state? What does that give them?
legitimacy.
It gives them
gives
stops. I
legitimacy.
think it stops Israel from continuing to build settlements because if that's the state, but it's an
Israel's
unrecognized
gonna,
border.
Israel's going to keep doing that shit. You're
It's
not
an
gonna,
unrecognized
there's not
border
anything
at
that's
this
gonna
point.
keep Israel from doing that. Israel, to me, is more interested in keeping the pot stirred than they are settling. If they were
Well,
interested in settling,
Netanyahu is definitely.
well, yes. I mean,
Got a hard right wing.
Menachem Begin during the Carter administration and Anwar Sadat. Ooh, I love Sadat. I thought Sadat was good. They were making a good faith effort on all fronts to stop shit, and since then it hadn't. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I don't have anything to do with that part of the world. Period. I'm out.
Done.
None.
Finished.
I'm finished. Yeah.
Middle East.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna fix it.
No.
Let's move on.
No, let them fix it or
let's
not.
create technology, move the society forward.
Nothing to see here. Move on.
Let them. Well, Saudi Arabia has got trying to show their independence a little bit.
Dissing Obama by not showing up at the deal.
Yes, and
Bahrain is not showing up. There are several people that were invited to Camp David for that little summit for all the Middle East powers that are now deciding to not show up. I think it's
because
the head guy with
Obama's negotiating with Iran on a nuclear treaty.
That's part of what
to keep the world safe.
The guy that's head of Bahrain, he decided to go to some sort of horse auction instead of going over there and talk about the Middle East. So if a horse auction is more important to him, again, why are we over there?
Yeah. It's Sunni Shia, baby.
Yeah.
It's Sunni Shia.
Don't have a dog in that fight.
Yeah.
Don't have a dog in that
fight.
fight.
So, hey, as far as I'm concerned, let Saudi Arabia and Iran go at it if they want to go at it.
Yeah.
Let's get out of there because it doesn't serve us at all.
Don't have a dog in that fight.
We're in agreement on that. Well, we've done politics. We've done religion. That leaves sex.
Ooh.
Got anything for us on that area?
Yes, I do.
Oh, do tell.
Good article I read just this morning about the TV station. I guess it's probably owned by the government in Norway. Has got this show where they teach kids facts about science and stuff.
Okay.
And one of the things they've got is I think they said they had 8 episodes about sex education. And they have this really attractive...
So wait a minute. So this is on national TV or whatever?
Yeah,
okay.
it's
Anybody
on
can
TV.
watch it. So it's sex education. Okay.
And so there's this attractive, Norwegian, talking in Norwegian. And
I'm assuming attractive. She's a woman. Yes.
Yeah,
she's pregnant.
She's pregnant, and she's talking about sex. I mean, and we're talking about real graphic kind of stuff. And showing you the mechanics. It's actually how sex works. But she also talks about...
Wait. We're going to wind us back a little bit here. You say shows you the mechanics.
Uh-huh.
How do you... how are you saying you see 2 people have sex on television?
No. These are silicone models.
Silicone
models of a woman's spread legs and the
and the man's
and the stuff.
Man's silicone and the man's silicone goes
like
in the
a
woman's
dildo.
silicone.
Yeah, and she's putting them inside one another and shows actually shows the female parts and points to them, and then shows the male parts and points to them, and shows how you lubricate up and go inside. And she says go start slow and go faster, and they're showing this to young kids. Now here's the interesting part is
the other part wasn't interesting.
No, no. The vast majority of Norwegian parents are all in favor of this, and it contrasts what they do in the United States. Do you know that the United States per capita has 4 times the number of unwed mothers that Norway does? Right.
This is the part that maddens me. Okay, so the abortion crowd, right? Who says no abortions, no abortions, no abortions. They should be yelling for this Norwegian sex ed thing on TV. Yeah. It's like get a freaking congruency.
No,
would you? Would you get congruency? If you don't want abortions, then you need sex education.
It's one of those things.
You can't have both.
Yeah.
You can't have blindness to sex education.
If they're uncomfortable talking about sex with adults, imagine how uncomfortable it is talking to your kids about that.
Right.
That just is like a
I would just
bridge
turn on the
too
TV
far.
show.
Huh?
You just have them watch the TV show.
Yeah. Well, but again, they're in the use. You're just not going to do that. It's this whole abstinence-based.
That's really fucked up.
Oh, it's real fucked up. It's real fucked up. It has been fucked up. It's like the war on drugs. You can do it for 50 years, or
100 years,
or 100 years, or you can keep the blockade on Cuba for another 100 years. It ain't gonna change shit. It's a bad idea. And the problem is, once you go down the road on a bad idea so far, somebody's got to say that's a bad idea and pull the plug on it.
I think it was Texas, or maybe it was the Republican national legislature that just took a bunch of money earmarked for HIV education and put it into abstinence programs. So when we talk about this is happening now. People are taking those dollars and how you rearrange the piles of money.
That's a really bad idea.
Yeah, it's a horrible idea.
I'm going to vote for Texas. I think it was probably Texas.
You're going to think Texas did it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a Texas thing,
sounds
doesn't
like
it?
something the idiots down in Austin would
God,
do.
that's really horrible.
Yes.
Yes, so if you're in favor of abortion, you damn well better be in favor of sex education.
Yes.
And if you aren't, then you're just an incongruent dick.
Well, it's just learning the mechanics. That's all it is. They can't take it out of it and say, this is the mechanics
No, but
of
their
how
argument is,
sex
if
works.
we show that, then they'll want to go have sex themselves.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah,
they're
that's
gonna
their
say,
argument.
No,
Yeah.
it's we want to keep them in the dark as long as we can, because the longer we keep them in the dark, the less chance it is that they're going to go out and have sex. Wrong. Yeah.
Thanks for not playing
Yeah.
with your full deck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
We have a guest.
We have a guest.
Hello, hello, hello.
Didn't know you were showing up.
I didn't either.
This is Kim, my sister.
Oh,
Hi, Kim. Welcome to Carl and Mike.
Carl.
You got to get within about like that.
Oh, hey, Carl. Hey, Mike.
How you doing?
Fabulous.
What are you doing over here?
I'm bored, so I needed to get out of the house.
Oh. Well, there you go.
I thought you'd come visit Carl and Mike?
Yeah.
Because that's
I
where they
heard-
happen in. No, we're here talking about sex education in Norway. Because why not? Somebody's
Yeah.
got to talk about it.
Oh, all right. Well, I
No.
don't know anything about that.
Well, no, I read this article, and they're real graphic with the way they do it, and they do it on the equivalent of their PBS channel, and anybody can watch it. You know. I mean, we're talking graphic.
porn.
No,
Well,
silicon.
people over-
Soft porn.
No. No, they're not actually showing.
Yeah, go
real
ahead, Mike,
people. It's
explain it.
It's silicone models.
Oh, okay.
But I think.
So
a
what
lot
are
of-
what's your position on sex education? Should it be taught? Should it
Absolutely.
be in schools, TV?
Definitely should be in schools.
Okay. And you should teach it down to the mechanics of how it's done and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah. I think people need to know. Kids need to know what's happening, especially when their bodies start going through changes. They need to at least try and get a grasp.
Here's the interesting you bring that up, because it seems, due to the growth hormones and everything else in the human body, that it seems like kids are, especially girls, but maybe boys too, are hitting puberty earlier and earlier.
Oh, I'd agree with that. Yeah.
So what year should sex education be introduced?
Wow, that's a good one. I get when they start asking questions.
No, but if you're going to put it on in school, what year in school would you do it?
4th, 5th grade.
Fourth,
Yeah.
fifth grade?
Yeah.
So,
Did you get anything in school?
no, I went to Catholic school. We didn't even know
You're not
sex
gonna get
existed.
shit in Catholic
Yeah.
school.
What?
They didn't teach sex.
They didn't
No
teach
sex
it.
in Catholic school?
Zero. Are you kidding? We had religion class.
I could make a comment about that, but I
The
won't.
biggest groan, I swear to God, the biggest uprising that I ever heard in school was around sophomore year of high school, when the nuns said you can't masturbate.
They actually
There was
came
actual-
out, they
actual-
actually came out and said, what grade was this?
This was sophomore year, and there's actually it was a spontaneous groan from the boys in the class. I swear to God. It was like a, what? kind of thing, you know what I mean?
They actually said that in a class?
She said it was a venial sin to
What is it?
touch.
What kind of sin?
Venial sin is kind of like a misdemeanor versus a felony.
Oh, it's a
It's a misdemeanor. So
Misdemeanor.
masturbation would fall under misdemeanor.
I'm in for the misdemeanors. I'm good with that.
You're good with the
Oh, yeah.
misdemeanors? Yeah.
All
There
right,
was a
guys.
lot.
Well, it was great seeing you. I'm going to head on out
Are ya?
and do what I need to do.
Okay.
I
So,
just thought I'd drop by and say howdy.
Peace. All right.
well, peace. We're glad to have you here at Carl and Mike. Come by anytime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll call it Carl and Mike and Kim. Oh. Ah.
Anyway, a venal sin.
Yes. Venial. It's
Venial.
Yes. So if you ate fish on Friday, venial sin. If
No,
you-
you're supposed to eat fish on
Or
Friday.
no, if you didn't eat fish on Friday, you're right.
Oh, you mean you had to actually eat fish? Okay, I've
Yeah,
never
if you had
understood that.
meatloaf,
You can't.
venial sin.
But if you just eat vegetables on Friday, that's okay, or do you
I
have
think
to
you'd
eat
be
fish?
okay. I think if the protein had to be fish, basically.
What the fuck's up with that? Is that because he was a fisherman or something like that?
I
Some
never-
bullshit
yeah,
like that?
there- I
What-
think
what
there
is
was
that?
something
He
like
wasn't
that.
a fisherman. He's a carpenter. The fucker ate burgers.
You walked on water, Michael.
He walked on water.
Yeah.
That's
and
probably
he
made
was
the
a
fish in
fisher
all
of
that.
men, Michael.
Oh, a fisher of men. Oh.
You know, the women you threw back.
Who,
Boom, boom.
yeah. Who were the guys in the room that came up with the Fisher of Men?
That was a big one. That was the big. Ooh.
That was like a you don't want to miss this meeting.
Well,
this is going to be a good
this
one.
was
We're
the
going to
story
come
where
up
Jesus, with the faith. It was a faith story. So Jesus is out on the boat, and the apostles are not catching anything all day, you know, and it's just a bad day fishing. And Jesus basically says, you know, throw your nets back out there, and they're saying, "Come on, Jesus, you know, let's go home. It's nothing." And boom, and just fills with fish, you know, and so somewhere in that story, he's saying Jesus, what a great fisherman he was, but no, he's really a fisher of men. Yeah.
No,
You gotta love religion.
that's some copy.
You're putting this down to copywriting?
Yeah. All right.
So we did it again.
Yeah.
Politics, sex, religion, it's all here at Carl and Mike, and you can get us.
The Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity.
Yes.
Wow.
Ooh. I'm telling you.
You're trying to be a little copy in there.
I'm going to try to sneak a little copy in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so the best place to catch all of this, of course, is at carlandmike.net, where you can get all our episodes, plus our show notes and links. Because you see, on this show, not only will we track it out, we actually put links to things that we've talked about.
Oh, yeah. So if you want to learn more.
Yes, if you want to, what will we link to on this one? The sex in Norway.
Oh, the sex in Norway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll do that. And
I think I sent you that already. And well, the raw. Yeah, we'll have stuff.
yes, that'll further.
Party favors.
It's kind of like it takes this depth. This conversation just opens it deep and deeper.
Yeah.
Like spreading the legs of the silicone. Oh, never mind. That's bad.
That's a bad one there.
Okay.
Or drop by for a little cameo.
Yeah.
I didn't know Kim was coming by.
that was our first
That
drop
was
in.
good. That was a first drop in. Hopefully not our last. We like
We're
that.
right here on little corner bakery cafe.
Yeah.
It's not little. It's just the corner bakery cafe,
Yeah.
Preston and Forest, Dallas, Texas.
Yep.
That's where we are, in the corner booth
In the
of
corner
the corner
booth.
cafe.
Yeah.
And we're also on iTunes and Stitcher. And please go to iTunes and subscribe if you haven't. Give us a review and a rating. That's how we get noticed by other people. And follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
And tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Yeah.
We'll be back next time here
Yep.
on Carl and Mike.
Yep.
Peace.
Out.